Welcome to another Excel CEO Excel Quick Tip. Today we're going to be talking about calculation settings and how you can verify what they are in case you see an error like what we're going to cover. So in this quick example, we're going to cover how you can tell if your calculation settings are not correct and how to quickly fix them. And this comes from an example that came up recently, and there were not a lot of online tips to cover this. And it's very simple, so hopefully you'll find this one useful. All right, so what we want to do in this simple example is we're going to take here in I2, we're going to do equals the unit cost in column H, and we're going to multiply that by the quantity to get the ticket total. And we see that that comes down to 1186, which looks accurate. So right now you're not going to see any errors that are going to cause you any concern. But now watch what happens when we copy this down. Now we can't possibly have all of these equal 1186. Look here in row 4. We have 1 times 109, and that cannot possibly be 1186. And this can happen when you have your calculation settings set to manual. Now there's a number of reasons why it would be useful to have your calculation settings set to manual, but this is not one of them, of course. Some of those examples can include when you have many complex calculations that take up a lot of refresh time. And if you're trying to get through a project quickly and you know what your calculations are, then you would just want to have your calculation settings on automatic. But if you have, say, a macro that is interrupted and it has calculation settings set to manual so that it can finish its refresh, then you may not notice that the calculation settings were not set back to automatic. Now this is a quick fix. To overcome this, you can come over here to the Formulas tab in your Office ribbon and come over here in the Calculation group to Calculation Options. Now we see here it's set to manual. So right now it allows you to move throughout your workbook, copy formulas down, but it is not performing the calculations at this time. A quick way to overcome this is just to set it back to automatic, which can overcome an interruption in a macro, or if this was just set to manual for a different project you were working on, or whatever the case may be. It's a quick fix. So if you go here to automatic, you see that right away all of your calculations are now performed, and you can see that the calculations are looking correct. For this 1 times 109, it's now showing 109 total. And if we come over here to the Summary tab, then this is going to calculate as we expected. So this is just a quick and simple way to find out what your calculation settings are if you see an error like what we saw here and you can overcome it just that quick. Hope you've enjoyed this and have a great day.